Hello, my friends. Donald Trump is taking out the big stick, and he's talking to the cartels, telling them their days are numbered. And I think it's a long time coming that we took an offensive stance towards the drugs and those people doing the drugs, making the drugs, carrying the drugs, and also trafficking. There's a lot of stuff that they do, and they make a lot of money doing it, and it's all bad. All right, let's take a look. Let's do it.
Our country is being poisoned from within by the drugs and by all of the other crime that's taking place. The drug cartels are waging war in America, and it's now time for America to wage war on the cartels.
You know, I think I've read in some places, excuse me, about instances where the cartel is actually on the United States side of the border doing stuff. Like they're actively, I don't know, doing cartel stuff. I don't know what they do, but like I said, it's all bad. But yeah, if they're coming into our country through the border illegally and doing bad stuff, I think we should take a stance. It's time.
In this war, Joe Biden has sided against the United States and with the cartels.
Yep.
They are making more money than they've ever made before, times 10.
Yeah, and that's not ideally, but it's because primarily, I should say, I heard it's from the trafficking of women and children and men and just humans in general. They're making more money off of trafficking than drugs, which is just, it's sickening. It puts a, man, it's bad news.
There's never been anything like it. They're major companies. They're bigger than even some of our biggest companies. Biden's open border policies are a deadly betrayal of our nation.
Yeah.
When I am president, it will be the policy of the United States to take down the cartels.
Nice.
Just as we took down ISIS and the ISIS Caliphate.
Yeah, I saw a video just the other day. It was the Delta Force. It was a video about, they had a few Delta Force members on there, and the question was asked, you know, could you guys take out the cartels? And unanimously, they said yes, as long as we are basically unleashed, you know, like weapons-free type thing, to do what they need to do to get the job done. They can do major damage to not only their infrastructure, but to their personnel, the leaders, going down several tiers of, I don't know, management or whatever however they have it set up in their organizations. But they could do major damage and very quickly. They all said it would take about 2 weeks, maybe a month, to just devastate the cartel and their industry of drugs and murder.
And just as unlike the situation we're in today, we had a very strong border, the strongest border, in fact, in the history of our country. And drugs were at a low of 45 years. There's been nothing like what we did just 2 years ago. We will show no mercy on the cartels. Every day, drug traffickers are using the waters of our region to ship their lethal poisons to America, killing so many of our people and ruining families. In addition to restoring strong border security, I will deploy all necessary military assets, including the U.S. Navy, to impose the full naval embargo on the cartels. I did that before, and it worked.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What we did was incredible.
Wow.
We will guarantee that the waters of the Western Hemisphere are not used to traffic illicit drugs to our country.
Good deal.
Furthermore, I will order the Department of Defense to make appropriate use of special forces, cyber warfare, and other overt and covert actions to inflict maximum damage on cartel leadership, infrastructure, and operations.
Yes.
I will designate the major cartels as foreign terrorist organizations.
They have needed to do that for such a long time, and I'm thankful that Trump has the balls to do it.
We will sever their access to global financial systems.
Good.
I will also work to forge an unprecedented...
Yeah, because he could basically sanction them if they're a terrorist organization, I believe. Yeah, he could shut down all their money or at least a good majority of it.
Partnership with neighboring governments in our region, just like I did in
Nice.
Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
And remember, in Mexico alone, an estimated 100,000 civilians have been tragically murdered or gone missing at the hands of these cartels.
Holy cow, I didn't know it was that high. That's crazy. Wow. There was was it last year or the year before? There was a few people from America that went down. I don't remember where, but it was, I think, somewhere in Mexico. And I think one of them is trying to get a medical procedure or something, or I don't know what they're doing, but what they were doing was like totally fine and legal, right? But somehow they were misidentified as like, I don't know, rival cartel members or something. And they got hit. I think all but one were killed. And then she was like basically kidnapped. And I think she was retrieved. I don't know what the proper word is for that. But I believe she was the only one that made it out alive. And I believe she's back in the United States. But yeah, it is crazy. I won't go down to Mexico. I'm sorry. Why put myself in potential craziness, you know?
The Mexican government, run by a very fine man, the president, is really working hard, but it's not working out.
Yeah.
These cartels.
Well, there's a lot of corruptness in the Mexican government, but especially the police, as I've heard. So, you know, you got to take care of that problem too.
Cartels are vicious and they're violent.
Yeah.
And they have Mexico for now stymied. Well, we have to help Mexico and we have to stymie the cartels.
Finally.
Either we will get the full cooperation of other governments to stop this menace, or we will expose every bribe, every kickback, every payoff, and every bit of corruption that is allowing the cartels to preserve their brutal reign. And it is indeed brutal.
Wow. He's not messing around. He's going for it. Good for him.
Finally, as I have said before, I will ask Congress to pass legislation ensuring that drug smugglers and human traffickers receive the death penalty.
Yeah, I think before he mentioned the drug trafficking or the human trafficking would receive the death penalty. Wow. Okay. So now that's two sets of crimes that are going to receive the death penalty. I wonder if they're going to be swift, like he had said for the human trafficking. Because he said immediately they'd be put to death. So if found guilty, obviously.
The drug cartels and their allies in the Biden administration have the blood of countless millions on their hands. Millions and millions of families and people are being destroyed.
Yep.
When I'm back...
Yeah, they're breaking up families. Isn't that what the Democrats always cry about? Oh, you're breaking up families at the border. Well, guess what? The cartel's breaking up way more families permanently.
In the White House, the drug kingpins and vicious traffickers will never sleep soundly again. We did it once, and we did it better than anybody else. There's never been a better border than we had just 2 years ago.
I think it's going to be better.
It was
still.
strong, it was powerful, and it was respected all over the world.
Yep.
And now we're laughed at all over the world.
Yeah.
And we're not going to let that happen much longer.
Nope.
We have to take over. We have to be tough.
Nice.
We have to be smart.
Yes.
We have to be fair.
Of course.
But if we don't do something immediately, our country is gone.
Wow. That's crazy. Crazy good. Well, I'm really excited to see what Trump can do in his next administration, his next run, his final run as president. It sounds like he's got some big tasks on his plate, and he's getting out the big stick. And I'm loving every minute of it. And I hope it actually comes to pass that what he's saying is true, because the cartels is a scourge on not only Mexico and South America, but, you know, the world, really, because of all the drugs and everything they send out and all the lives they just wreck in their path of, wanting to get money. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked my reaction, please consider subscribing and please comment below. I really love to hear your comments and what you have to say. It's always exciting. So until the next video, have a great day and stay safe, and we'll see you later. Bye.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear. Let the thoughts build up until I can't hear.